You're watching Alabama Broadcasters Station of the Year. Coverage you can count on. WAAY 31 News at 6 starts now.
Student loans impacting college students and those who want a college education. How debt is impacting future generations of college hopefuls.
And a verdict reached in the Jimmy Spencer capital murder trial. The accused murderer found guilty on all 7 counts.
It has been a chilly day after the storms with northeast winds, but I'm tracking some warmer temperatures and some sunshine toward the end of the week.
Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Nicole Williams. Breaking free from student loans. The Student Loan Debt Cancellation Forum downtown Birmingham aimed to help people do just that today. It was part of the Magic City Classic Forum.
That forum featured the presidents of Alabama A&M and Alabama State University, along with a U.S. representative. WAAY 31's Xavier WAAY attended that forum and has more.
The cost of both a 4-year public and a 4-year private college has nearly tripled since 1980.
These staggering numbers have impacted millions of Americans in pursuit of a college education. Terry Sewell is the U.S. Congresswoman for Alabama's 7th District. She says student loan debt has handicapped Americans long enough.
It affects whether or not people can buy homes or start a business or even start a family.
Alabama A&M President Daniel Wims says he's seen this debt crisis become cyclical.
If a student or parent or grandparent is in debt, then they're less likely to be able to pay it forward to the next generation and be able to support their endeavors and higher education dreams, which means that that generation also has to incur debt.
Which can have a negative effect on universities, whose contributors have a large percentage of their disposable income wrapped up in student loan debt.
It means less likely we're able to invest in our community, invest in infrastructure on our sides of town, invest in our universities and other institutions, churches, civic and social organizations.
That relief, if it is passed through the courts, will affect millions of Americans. So far, we know that more than 10 million people have applied for that student loan debt forgiveness, which will forgive up to $20,000. In downtown Birmingham, Xavier WAAY, WAAY 31 News.
Xavier, thanks. The debt relief is being challenged in the courts. 6 states filed a lawsuit against the forgiveness plan, temporarily halting the loan forgiveness. The Biden administration is trying to make the ride to school a little less harmful to the environment. The Environmental Protection Agency's Clean School Bus program is now delivering nearly 2,500 electric and low-emission vehicles to districts all across the country. Some areas also get money to build charging stations, but local officials will determine exactly how the money will be spent.
2 minutes after 6 o'clock, a live look over Decatur from our Thompson Roofing and Construction Sky Camera Network. It's cool, dry evening across North Alabama. Very pretty.
Yeah, it is. Let's check in with WAAY 31 meteorologist Olga Breeze. She's in the Storm Tracker Weather Center right now with a look at conditions outside.
Well, that sun set about 2 minutes ago, so we're still in the 50s, but lower 50s for most of us, with the exception Muscle Shoals at 57. We will see these temperatures plummet. The skies have cleared nicely through the afternoon and the evening. Most of the clouds are gone and will be mostly clear through much of the overnight, meaning that these temperatures currently in the 50s will be sliding into the chilly upper 40s over the next 2 hours, and we will see a pretty brisk start to your Thursday forecast. In all, though, we are a far cry from where we were this time yesterday when we had our winds still out of the south and the southeast ahead of those storms. But right now, the temperatures are a little bit chilly and much more colder air coming in later tonight. The good news is that we're staying quiet. WAAY 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network not expecting any rain today, tomorrow, or even Friday, but our rain chances will start to increase this weekend. So if you're taking that evening stroll tonight, it'll be cool. You might want that light jacket with you if you're stepping out, especially after the 8 o'clock hour. We will see a lot of sunshine tomorrow. So as the clouds clear overnight, we'll warm things up tomorrow. And yes, the weekend won't be a washout, but we have opportunities for rain both Saturday and Sunday. I'll time it out for you coming up.
But thanks. Guilty. That's what a jury in Marshall County decided in Jimmy Spencer's capital murder trial. Spencer was found guilty on 7 counts of capital murder in the 2018 killings of Martha Relaford, Marie Martin, and her great-grandson, 7-year-old Colton Lee. happened on Mulberry Street in Gunnersville.
Senior reporter Matt Kroschel has covered this entire 2-week trial. He was in the courtroom when that verdict was read. He explains what's next now in this high-profile case.
The jury only deliberated for about 30 minutes before they came back with those guilty verdicts. 7 counts of capital murder. Jimmy Spencer looked straight ahead. He seemed to smirk as the verdicts were read in the courtroom, took a deep breath, and didn't show any other emotion. The judge telling this jury to be back here Friday morning at 9 a.m., where they will then begin to deliberate the sentencing phase of this case. They will choose between life in prison without parole or a possible death sentence. For Jimmy Spencer, we expect to hear witness testimony from both the defense and the state as they prepare to lay out their last appeals in this case. Jimmy Spencer continues to be locked up inside a Marshall County jail as we await the sentencing phase. Reporting in Gunnersville, Matt Kroschel, WAAY 31 News.
Spencer was let out of prison on parole in 2018 before the murders. He confessed to the attacks, said he was looking for money.
2 new studies from Harvard and Columbia University suggest the updated COVID vaccine boosters do not offer better protection than the original boosters. The FDA gave emergency use authorization for the updated boosters to Pfizer and Moderna in August. Researchers compared the immune responses of people who received the original booster to those who received the updated bivalent boosters about a month after the shot. The immune responses looked about the same. Austinville Elementary School is still dealing with a flu outbreak. School leaders say 4 classrooms have multiple students and staff out sick. Classes will remain virtual for the rest of the week. The school is expected to reopen to in-person learning next Monday. You might want to buy a Powerball ticket on your way home. The jackpot is now up to $700 million. That's after no one won Monday's drawing. According to Powerball, it's the 5th largest Powerball jackpot and the 8th largest lottery jackpot of all time. Another drawing will take place tonight around 10. If you're wondering the odds of winning the grand prize, it's 1 in 292 million.
A Morgan County high schooler battling leukemia, how his mom is doing all she can to be by his side.
And a recall of popular cleaning products. How many different kinds of Pine Sol are coming off shelves?
It will be a cold night as clouds continue to clear and temperatures drop into those chilly 40s. But I'm tracking some sunshine and warmer temperatures to end the work week.
New at 6'1" high schooler in Morgan County is in the fight for his life, but he is not in it alone.
WAAY 31's Olivia Schuler joins us live now in studio with more on 15-year-old Lincoln Callis's battle with leukemia.
Nicole, Lincoln was diagnosed with leukemia less than 2 weeks ago, and treatment started immediately. No day has proven to be easy, but every day he's fighting.
Brewer High School held a pep rally on Friday, holding posters, shining their phone lights. And you may notice the pack of people in orange, the color of Lincoln's favorite football team, the Tennessee Volunteers.
I said, if you didn't know you were loved before, you do now.
Andrea Callis' son Lincoln first complained of feeling under the weather. A few days passed and his sickness took a sudden, ugly turn.
He started throwing up blood.
Sinus infection and mono ruled out. The health clinic decided to go ahead and do a blood panel.
And then I got a call here at school Friday morning saying take him to the ER immediately. He had 80% of his blood was leukemia cells, and then it's all over his bone marrow.
Callis says the hard thing about a teenager, they know the reality of exactly what's going on.
When they come in and he's looking at me the whole time to see what my reaction will be, he understands death and all that now, so he's asking all the questions of when will I be bald, am I going to die, which is very hard.
But the hardest pill she says her son's had to swallow, doctors telling him he won't go back to school this year.
He's a social butterfly. That was really the hardest so far, I think.
Lincoln, not the only one unable to return to school.
Because he's got to have someone with him 24/7. Most likely I won't be able to come back to school the rest of the year.
Callis works at Brewer High School as a teacher. She's now leaning on other teachers across the state to donate their PTO days so she can be by her son's side.
I've gotten emails from people at Calhoun, Jasper City, donating 5 days, 10 days. They don't even know me. And it's just been such a blessing. I think it's like 148 days have been donated so far.
This isn't the first time this family has faced cancer. Lincoln's brother Alex was diagnosed a few years ago, but now is back in school.
I also been through that, and I know what's to come, and the sickness and the chemo and the effects of it. I understand what my Lincoln's going to go through.
Although another unexpected journey has given its twists and turns, the Callis family is not alone in their fight.
I would just like everybody to pray for my boy. He's a great kid, and he's very loved, and I just hate he's going through this. So most of all, we just want prayers. We believe miracles happen.
Callis says right now the family is focusing on the positives. She said Lincoln's cancer treatment at St. Jude's in Memphis shows a 94% survival rate. Live in studio, Olivia Schuler, WAAY 31 News.
Great to see people stepping up to help. Olivia, thanks. WAAY 31 is working for you during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Along with our coverage on Thursdays at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., we're also hosting a breast cancer awareness Q&A session on Thursday. I'll sit down with medical experts from Huntsville Hospital and Alliance Care to answer your questions. Submit your questions to us at newsroom@waaytv.com. Then tune into the web-exclusive event this Thursday after the news at 6.
Well, if you have some Pine Sol under your sink, listen up. Clorox is recalling 37 million bottles of that cleaner. Officials say it may have bacteria that could hurt those with compromised immune systems. So far, there are no reports of people getting sick. Still, 8 different versions of Pine Sol are being recalled. You'll find everything you need to know on the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website. That's not the only recall this week. Mighty Bliss electric heating pads are also being recalled because of an injury risk. That recall involves more than 500,000 heating pads distributed between July 2021 and July of 2022 and sold through Amazon.com and Walmart.com. They have caused a total of 31 injuries. If you have one of these heating pads, stop using it and visit the company's website for more instructions.
Halloween treats are getting smaller. Reports show this is due to shrinkflation and a move by candy companies to reduce calorie counts. A bag of dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses has shrunk by a couple of ounces. A 2-pack of Reese's peanut butter cups has been lightened by 1/10 of an ounce. And Cadbury milk chocolate bars about 10% lighter than they were. Candy sizes and packages are shrinking, that's the bottom line, but overall, candy prices are not.
Weather coverage you can count on with meteorologist Olga Breeze and the WAAY 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network.
Clear
clear skies over Muscle Shoals. Temperatures in the 50s, upper 50s still, but these numbers are falling. The sun has set and the skies will continue to clear for the next several hours. Overnight tonight, we might see a few passing clouds, but overall, some very nice conditions. Right now, 52 at Gunnersville, where you can see the darkening of the clouds as the sun is now gone. Also, Huntsville looking pretty good at 53. It will be a fairly cool night tonight. We only managed to make it into those upper 50s today. Right now, we're sinking into the lower 50s across the board, and it's going to be a pretty chilly night tonight. This time yesterday, we had that southeast wind flow ahead of that front with all the storms. So we were much warmer yesterday, some at 10 to 15 degrees warmer. 59 was all we could muster today at the Huntsville reporting station after starting out at 50 degrees this morning. No rain on the board for today, not expecting any rain for Thursday or Friday, but rain opportunities are finally coming our way for the weekend. Timing's not the best for your weekend plans, but at least it will help us out. We do need some rain. Overnight tonight, we should dip down into these lower 50s by about 9 p.m., so that evening stroll is going to be a little bit chilly. We'll keep our skies clear into the morning, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow. That's helping us warm things up. Both Thursday and Friday temperatures should be running right about normal in those lower 70s. Then for the weekend, the clouds roll in. Rain chances ramp up, particularly Saturday night into Sunday. For the meantime, though, we're seeing some pretty clear skies, and earlier sunsets are now starting to push on through. We'll see our sunset next week at about 5:49, and then in 2.5 weeks, we roll those clocks back, and the sun will be setting during the 4 o'clock hour. It is a good weekend for you to maybe get out and see some of that foliage between the raindrops. We're getting near peak. The peak for our region is actually on the 1st of November, so sliding the bar down a little bit, you can see that we have great viewing statewide at that point. But once we move toward the 8th of November and on toward the 15th, those viewing opportunities will be pushing out. For tomorrow, though, I think you'll enjoy the sunshine, the seasonable temperatures in the 70s, and for the most part, pretty sunny skies. Your morning commute will be quiet. Even into the afternoon, a few clouds will pass by, but they'll still mix with a lot of sunshine into the evening hours. The forecast changes a little on Friday. While we will see temperatures pushing into the 70s, we'll bring in some cloud cover Friday afternoon and evening. It won't interfere with the football games, but it is a signal that that rain is on the way. So your extended forecast is featuring rain opportunities both Saturday and Sunday. I think the dampest day will be on Sunday, and we'll finally push that rain out of here early on Monday. So the 7-day forecast is showing a little consistency for the next 2 days. Lows in the 40s near 50. We'll see 76 by Friday afternoon, but then here comes the rain for both Saturday and Sunday, and behind this next system, we stay a little bit chilly, upper 60s to around 70 degrees into next week.
And coming up next in sports, we talk state volleyball tournament. ARAB and Westminster Christian in action in the 5A State Volleyball Championship.
And now, sports coverage you can count on with Sports Director Nolan Knight.
Today down in Birmingham, the 2022 State Volleyball Championships got underway as the Westminster Christian Wildcats squared off with ARAB with the 5A State Championship title on the line. And it was a matchup of the North Region, a rematch, I should say, of the North Region final that the Wildcats won 3-1. And already up 2-0, the Wildcats had championship on their mind. Late in the set, ARAB hoping to rally, set to Allie Walker, but her tip is out of bounds, and that would set up the championship point for the Wildcats right here. It's a championship ace for Berkeley Phillips as Westminster Christian wins it in straight sets, 25-23, 26-24, and 25-13. And after the game, head coach Holly Richards talked about the fact that they managed to win this title without dropping a single set in the entire state tournament.
We didn't drop a set the entire state tournament. And I've said that they've been a group of determined girls, and that mindset right there just at this tournament really showed through. That's the third time we've played ARAB, and that's the first time we haven't dropped a set. So for them to be that determined to win it in 3 was really something spectacular to see.
In the 1A state championship match, the Covenant Christian Eagles were participating in their first ever state championship game following wins over Brantley and Meade. But they saw their state title dreams end as they would fall in straight sets to Addison 3-0. Also taking place today over in Birmingham were the state semifinals for the 3A and 7A state volleyball championships. We'll have an update on those games coming up tonight at 10. Over the past 8 years, the Fife Red Devils, they have been one of the state's most dominant teams, winning 5 state championships, including 3 straight from 2018 to 2022. And after falling in the quarterfinals a year ago, the Red Devils are hoping to finish their regular season perfect with a win over Sylvania in our big game Friday night, game of the week. It'll be a playoff-type atmosphere in DeKalb County as an undefeated Red Devils team is set to host Sylvania to finish out their regular season at home.
Coach very well and play hard, and hopefully we can match that intensity. But, you know, it's something to get you ready for the playoffs kind of teams you're going to see. And, you know, this is after last year's game, you know, we're so close, and we're expecting a big crowd Friday night, and it's going to be it'll be a nosebuster.
For the Rams, a team that has made the playoffs for the past 3 years, they're hoping to become a program that can have continued success, just like their neighbors down Highway 75.
It's a huge opportunity for us, what we're trying to do here, what program we're trying to build. Like, we have people in the community and people telling their kids, like, hey, are you resting guys this week? Are you doing it? No, we're not. I promise you Fife's not, and I bet they're not getting asked them questions. Like, we're trying to build something special here. They've already had it. They have it built.
And although this game has no meaning in terms of playoff outcome, both coaches know that this game is an important one.
We're hosting a playoff game no matter win or lose this week. It don't really affect playoffs. But we're going in to play the number 1 team in the state, 2A, and it's a huge opportunity for our guys to be a team that's a championship caliber team.
We'll see if the Rams can knock off Fife for the first time since 2005 on Friday night. All right, well, that'll do it for sports tonight at 6. Coming up at 10 o'clock, we talk state volleyball tournament again, an update from that 3A and 7A state semifinal matchup. Olga?
Another chilly night tonight. We're down in the 40s. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll see a lot of sunshine tomorrow before the clouds start to fill in the afternoon and evening. Tomorrow's high in the low 70s. We'll hit middle 70s by Friday and stay dry. Rain moves in with the next system. That happens on Saturday. I think we hold off until half the way through the day on Saturday and into Sunday. It could be quite damp early on Sunday morning as you head off to those services and other activities. Rain chances wane on Monday, but much cooler with this next system. We'll be in the 60s, near 70 degrees next week.
For 24/7 coverage you can count on, local news, breaking news, and severe weather, go to WAAYTV.com.
We'll see you back here at 10.